Hey, man, check it out, man. Look, today I'm gonna be reacting to this Glock 9 RICO case up to 130 years in prison. Jesus. Look, bro, everybody heard about Glock 9 going to jail and all that shit, man. I didn't even know it was a RICO case. I just thought it was something that had to do with some gun shit, him carrying a gun. But it looks like it's a RICO, you know what I'm saying? Niggas go down with RICOs all the time, you know what I'm saying? Once the RICO go down, once you get a RICO, that shit, everybody got them going down. The whole gang going down, from the top dog to the smallest nigga going down, bruh. It don't even matter if you have a gun. Like, if they even say you was even involved, like you was in the gang, your ass going down, goddamn. That's how 6ix9ine them went down, and Bobby Shmurda them went down, nigga. They got all them niggas goddamn down. All them niggas got like 30, 20, and 40 some years, man. But anyway, man, let's check out, see what Glock 9 got himself into.
Florida is a crazy state. Over the past 10 years, it's produced some of the biggest rappers in the game, but it's also filled with plenty of poverty, crime, and violence that inspires the music and leads to one of the highest murder rates in the country. Recently, the state has been cracking down on any rappers who are really living that life. Pooh Shiesty and Polo G were both hit with charges after performing in Miami, and YFN Lucci was recently hit with a...
Oh yeah, they saying out there in Florida, they ain't playing, boy. Florida right now is not playing. Them niggas, the police is targeting niggas right now, for real. Like, the police is not fucking playing with them niggas. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all talking about y'all want to go to goddamn Florida. Goddamn, y'all might end up not being out of that motherfucker. Y'all might end up staying in that motherfucker forever. The damn charge out.
Gang indictment that ties into the groups in Florida, but that's nothing compared to what's going on in Orlando between the AFNF and 438 gangs. Rapper Glock 9 and several others involved in this violent war were just hit with Florida State RICO charges related to murders, extortion, and racketeering. Here's everything we know about the case. Glock 9 is a rapper from Orlando, Florida, known for tracks like 10% and 223. Growing up, the rapper had it pretty tough. He was raised by a single mother, while his dad was in and out of prison, and from a young age, he was always getting into trouble. So even as a jit, Glock 9 was wild, and that didn't stop once he started rapping. He released his first track on SoundCloud in 2017 under the name YBJ Quay, eventually changing his name to Glock 9 after the pistol and the local Orlando news channel 9, which he's been featured on several times. He started exclusively releasing his videos on Worldstar, including the track Jail Hizzy Blues, which quickly racked up almost 2 million views in just a few months. He released his debut mixtape Bloodshell's Revenge in July 2018, and a few days later signed a $2 million deal with Cash Money Records. Many thought that Glock 9 would be the next hot rapper out of Florida, but at the same time he was blowing up, he was also involved in a violent beef with the crew of another Orlando rapper named Hot Boy. This beef would lead to several shootings and murders that would eventually land the rapper in the situation he's in now.
Fucking ad coming up. God damn.
You in position yet?
Working on it.
Hot Boy and Glock 9 started out as friends, but while Glock 9 was first blowing up, Hot Boy was behind bars. He set out to be the biggest rapper in Orlando and says that Glock started hating on him because he couldn't take the competition. But the beef would get much deeper than just some competition after bodies on both sides would start dropping like flies.
I went to jail, right? So get a little chance to shine, right? So now when I get out, I take back over. I take back over when I get out. Now they hate me for that? What?
Glock is associated with a gang called AFNF, or All Family No Friends, while Hot Boy is a part of a group called 438. The war between these two gangs would terrorize the city of Orlando and lead to the deaths of not only affiliates, but also innocent bystanders, including a high school football player, a 14-year-old, and a 3-year-old child, who would all lose their lives due to the beef. It got so bad that the whole story was covered on the local news channel. Authorities also announced that the FBI was watching the two gangs, which were considered the most dangerous in the city. So it wasn't all that surprising when the rapper got hit with the Florida RICO charge in June 2021. But he wasn't the only one to get caught up in the indictment. Several other people associated with this beef, including 438 members and members of another rival gang called the Know 'em, Cut 'em, Kill 'em, were also hit with similar charges. Glock is being charged with racketeering and conspiracy to commit racketeering under the Florida RICO Act. Racketeering is a charge that was created to convict mob bosses of crimes that were committed by members of their organization.
That shit was really created, you know what I'm saying, due to the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? One of the biggest criminal of all time, Al Capone, you know what I'm saying? The only way they could get Al Capone is by putting in a RICO charge, because they could never ever get this nigga. So they had to make a whole new law just to get this nigga, bro. That's how the fuck the RICO shit came about, bro.
At their command. It includes a wide range of illegal activity, such as violent crimes, as well as things like drug trafficking, extortion, and even gambling. The law was created to take down the mafia, but in recent years, it's been used to target any street gangs, especially those associated with famous rappers. Rappers like Bobby Shmurda, Casanova, and YFN Lucci have also been hit with racketeering charges because the feds claim they are the ringleaders and shot callers in their circle. Therefore,
see, if you the big, you don't even gotta be the most involved in the game. If you the biggest rapper, like you the top dog, like you the dude that making all the bread in the game, you are they gonna say you the leader. Like 6ix9ine them. They gonna think 6ix9ine is the fucking leader. They thought 6ix9ine was the fucking leader because he the biggest one. He the most famous one with the most money. He making the most money out the group. So of course they gonna think he the fucking leader. So if you a rapper and you in a game, bro, I don't know what to say for you, bro. You might well, I don't know, bro, because them your homies, but at the same time, you gotta cut them off some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But they your homies. You been with them all your life. I don't know, bro. I don't fucking know.
they're responsible for any crimes their team might commit to benefit the group. Glock is lucky that the feds haven't picked up the case yet, and it's still just a state.
Because if you a rapper and you the top, you know what I'm saying, they always gonna look at you, bro. Even though you ain't doing the most shit, you might be doing like the smallest shit out the group.
Case, although he's facing a long list of charges, so it isn't exactly going to be easy to beat. The fact that they charge him with conspiracy means they don't have to prove he actually committed any crimes, they just have to prove he contributed to a gang lifestyle that led to crimes being committed. When you add that, on top of all the other charges the rapper is facing, he's going to have to hire some expensive lawyers to avoid doing serious time. The paperwork on the case is yet to be released, but it has been announced that Glock is one of 10 men being charged in this takedown. The court documents allegedly contain over 700 pages of evidence, and some of the suspects are still on the loose. Hot Boy was not arrested in this case, but his right-hand man, Van Sean Sands, was. Before getting hit with the RICO charge, Glock 9 was out on bond after being charged with 5 counts of attempted murder. The rapper and an associate named Ballpark allegedly shot up the home of another rival rapper named Cudham Reese, who is also Glock 9's blood cousin. Reese wasn't home at the time of the shooting, but 5 of his family members were, and just barely escaped getting hit. One of them was Reese's sister, who was also Ballpark's half-sister and Glock's cousin. She told police,
I seen this nigga. I've seen this nigga right here, bro. Hold on. I seen this nigga post somewhere around, like, I forgot where I seen it at, Facebook or Instagram. I seen this nigga face. He rising up. This nigga right here rising up. Seen this nigga. I just don't. What's his name?
rival rapper named Cudham Reese.
Cudham Reese. I've seen this nigga show.
And just barely escaped getting hit. One of them was Reese's sister, who was also Ballpark's half-sister and Glock's cousin. She told police that her cousin was jealous of Reese because he was building a name for himself in the city, and Glock wanted to be the only poppin' rapper from Orlando. She says that she was looking outside the window when Glock and Ballpark got out of the car with guns, and she's positive they were the ones who shot up the house. Glock later accused Reese of snitching in this case, but it seems like he didn't have to. A new Florida state attorney for the area around Orlando was sworn into office in January 2021. Taking down the AFNF and 438 gangs was the first item on her agenda. She quickly charged Glock with 5 counts of second-degree attempted murder with a firearm, each of which carries a mandatory minimum of 20 years in prison if he's found guilty. So altogether, Glock is facing over 100 years in prison just for these charges alone. At the same time, prosecutors began building a case.
That boy Glock 9, it ain't looking good for you, my boy. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Glock 9, you might never ever make a song again, my boy. Whew. 130 years? Tough, my boy. Tough.
Case to identify AFNF as a criminal street gang, with Glock 9 as the leader. They've probably been compiling evidence for a long time, but this was the beginning of the arrest that would lead to the RICO charge. But Glock 9 wasn't the only one to get hit with racketeering charges. Ballpark would also get caught up in the indictment after being snitched on by his own half-sister, as with two other rival Orlando rappers named Draco Psych and Lil Wavy. Draco was Cut'em Reese's brother, and they are allegedly members of the 3300 gang in Orlando, which also goes by the name Know 'em, Cut 'em, Kill 'em, or KKK. Both men were charged with the use of electronic communications to promote gangs in the...
I don't trust that goddamn gang. Them niggas named KKK, boy. Them niggas, I don't fuck with that goddamn gang. Them niggas named KKK. I know they got a meaning behind it, but like, god damn, y'all could have named y'allself anything else but KKK. Tough.
The RICO case. Lil Wavy was also out on bond for another charge of aggravated assault with a firearm that stemmed from an altercation at a doctor's office. He and another man allegedly threatened to kill two of their ops in front of their own mother. In the waiting room of the Colonial Medical Center, Lil Wavy and another man named MG confronted two other men that they had beef with. MG pulled out a Glock, and they both threatened to kill the two men, while their mother was just a few feet away.
So these niggas killing niggas at the hospital, these niggas give zero fucks. These niggas give zero fucks. Bruh, what I mean, if you can kill a nigga at a hospital where there's multiple sick people, you're a fucking demon, bro. I don't know, bro. You're a fucking demon. You're a devil, my nigga. If you can kill a nigga at the hospital, bro, at a fucking hospital in front of your mama, bro, you a fucking demon, bro. You a different species. I don't know what to say about you. You a different type of species. You not human. You ain't human, bro. You can kill a nigga at the hospital in front of his mama, bro.
After they left, the mother called the police and reported what had happened. Then, Lil Wavy posted a video of the fight to his social media where he said some pretty disrespectful stuff. 3 Block was a man who was murdered in a shooting allegedly committed by the KKK gang. He was also the son and brother of the group that Wavy just threatened. The rapper was later arrested for aggravated assault.
Boy, I'm on your ass, boy. Get over here, boy. You thought you was safe, boy. Get over here. Hell nah, boy. You ain't just finna pop on my screen looking ugly as hell like those, my boy.
3 Block was a man who was murdered in a shooting allegedly committed by the KKK gang. He was also the son and brother of the group that Wavy just threatened. The rapper was later arrested.
Pink is a color, blue is another. Looking at nigga, you can fit well, you can fit the fattest quarter in your mouth, can't it, boy? And then what the fuck? You got designs in your head. You think this shit 2005, don't it, boy? Ugly ass, fat nose ass nigga. Oh my mama. Oh God. Deep eyes ass nigga. Long fat head ass nigga. Oh my mama. Muscle head ass nigga. Little ear ass nigga. Bubble lip ass nigga. Oh God.
For aggravated assault and hit with another charge of using electronic communications to promote gangs for the video he posted mocking his ops. While he was out on bond for that charge, he and Draco Psycho get caught up in the gang indictment and both catch some more charges. Another well-known figure in this beef who was also caught up in the RICO indictment was 438 shooter Van Sean Sands. Sands was previously arrested in a drive-by shooting that left an AFNF member named Jeremiah Robinson dead, but he was later released after being able to prove that he acted in self-defense. On April 14, 2020, an AFNF affiliate named Demetrius Cox shot and killed Wolf Luma at a house party. Luma was not gang-affiliated, but he was friends with Hot Boy and his murder was attributed to the beef. Cox was quickly arrested and charged with the murder, and less than 2 weeks later,
if they can't get to you, they'll get to your homie, man. So be careful who you friends with, bro. Cause you don't know what kind of beef this nigga in. This nigga might be beefing with the goddamn Decepticons, and you don't even know it. This nigga beefing with the whole Decepticon. They might blow your whole damn house down, goddamn. This nigga got beef with the Decepticon. That's why I always make sure who my friend is, cause no telling what kind of beef this nigga is. I don't want to inherit none of that nigga beef. Keep me out of your fucking beef. You know what? Let's not even be friends, goddamn.
Later, AFNF struck again. On April 25th, they shot up Luma's vigil, hitting a high school player named Dexter Rents, as well as 3 others. Rents was tragically killed, even though he was not gang affiliated and was only there to pay respects to Luma. But AFNF still wasn't satisfied, and next they planned a targeted shooting of Van Sean Sands, one of the most respected members of 438. On July 7, 2020, AFNF members orchestrated a drive-by on a house where Sands was staying. Rather than just duck and hide like a regular citizen, Sands decided to face the ops head-on and started firing back with an AR pistol. He ended up hitting one of the passengers in the car, who was identified as Jeremiah Robinson, aka AFNF Baby Joker. A month after the shooting, the police made an attempt to arrest Sands that left another man dead. Even though Sands had acted in self-defense, he was also a convicted felon and not allowed to possess a firearm. On August,
that's what fuck up niggas all the time, bro. Even though you act, bro, niggas, even if you do act in self-defense, bro, you a convicted felon, you can always go to jail just for having a fucking gun. That's what everything fuck up for niggas, bro. When you a convicted felon, you can't even breathe about a goddamn gun. You can't even think about a gun, nigga. You can't even, nigga, a gun can't even be in the goddamn living room, goddamn. You can't even, nigga. Can't even dream about a damn gun, bro. If you dream about a gun, that's 5 years right there, nigga. You go to sleep, dream about a gun, 5 years. That's how the police is, bro.
7th, police made an attempt to bring him into custody and swarmed him and 3 of his friends in the parking lot of a mall. Sands immediately surrendered to the cops, but one of his friends named Salathis Melvin took off running. Melvin had nothing to do with the incident that left AFNF Baby Joker dead, but one of the police officers shot him as he tried to make an escape. He died from the shooting, which led to public outrage and accusations of police brutality, as Sands had already surrendered and was cooperating with authorities. Sands was able to prove that the shooting was in self-defense, but he was still hit with the gun charge. Another person named in the RICO indictment was 438 affiliate Joshua Holder, the alleged getaway driver of an attempted hit on Glock 9 that went down at the mall at Millennia. In October 2020, 438 decided to go at the head honcho of the AFNF and try to take him out in broad daylight. Holder allegedly searched the parking lot of the Orlando Mall for their target in a white BMW for about 15 minutes before spotting him. Holder then parked the car and waited while the passengers went into the mall. They fired off several shots at the rapper before getting back in the car and fleeing the scene.
Just within the last couple of minutes, I've confirmed with Orlando police that shots were fired here at the mall at Millennia. They were not fired by Orlando police officers, and the good news is nobody was injured in all this, but I can tell you, driving in, every entrance to the mall at Millennia right now is locked down, sealed down. Nobody is getting inside.
Holder and 2 others were later arrested and charged with attempted murder. Based on all this evidence, it's not hard to see why the cops are cracking down. Broad daylight shootings, innocent bystanders getting killed, and mothers and sisters being forced to hide in closets to avoid getting hit, all point to the beef getting out of control. But with so much pain and loss on both sides, it's tough to see an end in sight. Glock 9 has told the media that the prosecutor's portrayal of him as a mastermind behind the gang is totally inaccurate. He said that all the people he allegedly controls are all older than him, and the AFNF isn't a gang, it's just a brand and record label. But the fact that
he gotta say that though. He said it's a brand and record label. Knowing damn well that motherfucker's a gang. But I agree with him not being the head honcho of everything, being the leader of every goddamn thing. Cause like, usually the rap nigga is not the leader of the shit. He just the nigga that making the most money. You know what I'm saying? So he not the leader. So it be other niggas above them niggas, but like he just making the most money. So he not leading that shit. So I don't believe Glock 9 really leading all these hits and all these shootouts and shit like that. I don't believe he doing.
The rapper has so many prior charges and that he's the most popular member of the group definitely doesn't help his case.
Smith, who faces an attempted murder charge for a separate drive-by shooting, denied any involvement in a gang during our phone call this week.
I feel like they just saying I'm a leader, like they trying to say I'm a gang leader, but I'm not no gang leader. I'm 20 years old. All these wrong behind me, all these people who they trying to say I'm leading is older than me.
AFNF is an LLC that you created for your rap group?
Yeah, it's like a label. It's like my bank. When I get paid through YouTube and all that stuff, my bank that's when it come under AFNF LLC.
Despite all the violence going on in the city, Hot Boy has avoided getting caught up in the drama.
It might be a label now, but it was a gang turned label. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that was gangs turned labels, bro. You know how that shit go. Niggas turn their gang into a label, but it's still a fucking gang though. Like, don't get it fucked up. It's always gonna be a goddamn gang, but it's just a gang converted into a label.
Once he started gaining momentum with his music, he moved out of Orlando and has avoided being involved in any violent incidents, leaving the action to his 438 goons. He's done features with huge rappers like Future and Lil Baby, and is in a good position to become a major artist if he can avoid getting caught up in this indictment and the streets in general. On the other hand, things aren't looking great for Glock 9. He's already facing over 100 years in prison for the attempted murder, which has a documented eyewitness and a clear motive.
And then it's a RICO charge. Didn't they say like 98% of RICO charges go, everybody go to jail? So like if he looking at 130 years, maybe he can get some pleas and bring that shit down to like 10 years. Maybe he can bring it down to 10. Maybe they cop out to some shit. You know what I'm saying? Snitch out, say some shit, tell some shit. I don't think he gonna tell, but I think he'll plead out to some shit. So he won't get 130 years. I don't think he gonna fight this month. He ain't not, because RICO charges are almost guaranteed for you to go to jail. So he gonna get some type of jail time. He might reduce that shit so he won't have 130 years.
Now he's facing the additional RICO charge, which carries a 30-year minimum sentence. Even if he's able to miraculously beat the charges, he'll likely end up going broke trying to fight the case. Although he's definitely built a buzz, he doesn't have any major hits or a stockpile of music that'll keep his fans satisfied until he's free. The best thing for him to do right now is lawyer up and keep his head down. Anything that happened in the streets with the AFNF name attached to it will just add more evidence that could be used to take him down. So, if he really—
And then when you get the fuck out of jail, you gotta let that AFN shit go, bro. You got to, cause that AFN shit, that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that gonna get you in jail, bro. You can't associate yourself with AFN no more. Even though you want to, you can't. You can't, cause you still be associating yourself with AFN. That's only more reason for them to take you down again. Them niggas gonna try to do that shit again.
Is the gang leader that the prosecutors say he is, he'll have to tell his soldiers to chill out until the heat dies down. At this point, it's tough to know what kind of evidence the court has against him because the paperwork is still private. But with all the information that's on public record, it's gonna be pretty tough for the rapper to prove his innocence. If you thought this video was crazy, be sure to check out our channel for more. From rappers' biggest police raids to rappers who ran from cops, we cover the most insane stories that you need to hear.
Yo, man, this was really crazy, bro. This was a really crazy story. I hope Glock 9 get off. You know what I'm saying? I hope he get it, or at least if he don't beat it, I hope he get a reduced sentence. Like I said, plead out to some shit, get a very reduced sentence so you can be out and still have a career. But anyway, man, if you like this type of content and you like this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell, man. I'm out.